So what is white hat link building, and does it even exist? Well, this is a really heavily debated topic, and there's actually a fine line between white hat and black hat link building. Plus, you need to get this right, because if you don't, you could be indexed from Google or even face a harsh algorithmic penalty. So if you want to protect your website, build links that actually increase your rankings, and generate that sweet Google love, keep watching. So what is white hat link building? Well, the short answer is it's any type of link building that conforms with Google's webmaster guidelines. So Google really cares about its users, and any backlinks you build should benefit them. So you're actually trying to build links that are ethical, and you're not trying to game or manipulate the system. And a really quick way to sort of answer this is to ask yourself, okay, if you're building links, would you feel comfortable explaining how you build links to an employee of Google or even to one of your competitors? Because if the answer is no, you're probably doing something wrong. But how does Google define white hat link building? Well, if you check their Google Webmaster Guidelines, you can see that they've left this open to interpretation. So you can see keywords like may or could be penalized. So it's very subjective, and it's not a hard and fast rule. And also some people say, okay, if you're building links, then surely you're trying to manipulate your rankings, and therefore there's no such thing as white hat link building. But I'd say personally, you have to conform to Google's Webmaster Guidelines. If you're building links that conform to those, then you're building white hat links. So Google specifically said that if you're paying for links or you're building links with automated software, then what you're doing is black hat, and it goes against Google's Webmaster Guidelines. So what are some examples of white hat link building? Well, basically, Google really cares about its users, so this is about creating great content that people want to link to. Okay, so you should be building links that improve the usability and the user experience of Google, rather than trying to game or manipulate the system. So this could, what examples of white hat link building could include creating infographics, guides, creating amazing resources, and basically your content should be so good that people want to link to it, and therefore it gets discovered through Google. So now we've looked at what white hat link building is, let's look at what it isn't. Okay, so basically let's talk about what is black hat and what are the black hat types of links. Well, basically, if you're trying to manipulate, cheat the system, if you're trying to trick Google, then what you're doing is black hat. So an example of this could be buying PBNs, for example, or paying for links online. Essentially, if you're buying 10,000 backlinks off some random guy in China off the internet, then it's not legit, and therefore you're building black hat links. And again, you have to come back to your ethics. So you're building links ethically, or you're trying to game the system. If you're trying to game the system, then you're on the black hat side, you're not on the white hat side. So if white hat link building takes more time, effort, and it's more difficult to do, why should you bother with it? Well, basically, this is the long-term sustainable strategy. And if you're not building white hat backlinks, then you're risking a harsh algorithm penalty. You may get de-indexed from Google. You may even get a manual action penalty from Google. And these are all things that can basically wipe out your website overnight for building black hat links. So essentially, if you want to protect your website, if you don't want to be lying awake at night wondering if your website's going to tank, then you need to be really careful about the links you build, and you need to protect your website and focus on the long term rather than short term gratification. So white hat link building, in conclusion, is any type of link building that aligns with Google's Webmaster Guidelines. And you need to focus on this because it's a long term sustainable strategy. Now, it's always crucial to focus on ethics. So are you building links to manipulate or cheat the system, or are you building links to promote amazing content that Google's users are going to love? And one quick way to figure this out is to ask yourself, okay, the way that I'm building links, is that something I'd feel comfortable explaining to an employee of Google or to one of my competitors? Or am I just building links to manipulate the system? And if you're building great links and high quality links that you're proud of and that you'd be comfortable explaining about, then you're probably building white hat backlinks, and that's something you should focus on. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more link building tips, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching the video.